Hi everyone, it's me. And because today is National Best Friends Day, I decided I'm going to do a PowerPoint about National Best Friends Day and talk about some of my best friends and tell you some facts about them. Okay, let's get started. First, we start with my number one best friend in the whole wide world, which her name is Miss Carolyn. She is 74 years old, turning 75 in 3 days. Now, I'm going to read this. Miss Carolyn was my old bus driver I had when I used to ride 158M back when I used to live in Firethorn. And just so you know, Firethorn is a subdivision I used to live in. It's in Thomas Crossroads, right beside Saxby's. And I do have a picture of our bus. Let me just, exit out of here. I'm going to show you right here. This is her bus right here. That's 153. It may not be 158M, but this is 153L, which is the same model as 158M. Now, an actual picture of 158M right here. This is her bus right here. This is her actual bus. It's a 2002 Bluebird. And it's an International 3800. And she's had it since 2002. So, yeah, that's her actual bus. Don't mind her husband. He is just kissing her and making her lean on the back. He's making her lean onto the front of the bus. So, that's a picture of Carolyn. And now I'm just going to go back to Google Slides and talk about, let's get back to the PowerPoint. So, we had a lot in common. We had become best friends since last September. And she has helped me improve in school and at home ever since we first met. Just so you know, it's because I have autism, so she's helped me improve my autism, even though I've made it better. Here's some facts about her. She is from Daytona Beach, Florida, not Sharpsburg, Georgia. And yeah, so just so you know, she's a Florida girl, not a Georgia girl. So is her husband. And that's just a picture of Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach is the world's most famous beach, just so you know. So there. She worked at 2 other jobs before she became a bus driver, which is first she became a cook at Chick-fil-A, she cooked food, and then she became a bus monitor on the special needs bus. Her favorite food is pizza, which she's having tonight, and I had it last night. And one of her favorite hobbies to do is singing, and she has been doing it since she was just 4. Just 4 years old, I know. So she's been singing for like 10 decades. I mean, not 10 decades, but 7 decades and 1 year. So really make that 71 years. When she turns 75 in 3 days. Okay, now let's move on to the next best friend. This is my number 2 best friend, Novalee. She is 15. She was another one of my best friends that I've met since last September. She is known to be the youngest best friend that I've had ever since. Me and her joined in the special education program on the same year, which is at Northgate. We weren't friends back when we first met each other, but now we have gone along with it. And just so you know, I forgot to tell you about Miss Carolyn. I know, I will still continue to do those Snapchat videos for you of me and Miss Carolyn. Or whatever. Now let's go to the fun facts. She is like Miss Carolyn's fun facts. She is from Canada, not Sharpsburg, Georgia. And that's a Canada flag right here, so I'm not really detailed with Canada, I forgot. She could speak English and Spanish because, well, her parents are both from Spanish-speaking countries. Her mom's from Honduras, and I think her dad's from Guatemala, I think. I'm not so sure, but I think that's right. And she speaks in a soft and high-pitched voice like, "Hello, my name is Novalee," like that. And now we're going to move on to the third best friend. This is my third best friend, Ani, who is also my boyfriend. He was a friend that I've had since last September, just like Novalee and Miss Carolyn. He's also my boyfriend, like I told you. Last year, which it should have been the year before, because now I'm a senior, we rode the same bus and we were in the same class. It was a lot of fun having him in my life. And he's the second oldest best friend I've had, too. Some fun facts about him. He was diagnosed with autism, just like me, and Fragile X syndrome. And he had excellent day and night vision. He was the second oldest best friend I had, just like I told you. He met me in freshman year, but we were acquaintances back then. They're just like Miss Carolyn and Miranda. Miss Carolyn, I met her in 6th grade, but I didn't know her back then yet. We didn't know each other, but we met each other. We really didn't become friends until sophomore year, so there. Here's my number 4 best friend, Carmen. She's 20. Carmen was another one of my best friends that I've had ever since. We've been friends since I was in the 4th grade. We even got to hang out once together. And just so you know, that's a picture of me and Carmen hanging out. I know, it was fun. Some fun facts about her is that she was diagnosed with Apert syndrome, which is a craniofacial disorder. She has a younger sister named Morgan who has autism, just like me. And she's always extremely spoiled, just like her sister. Now next, we have Erin, who has been one of my longest best friends. One of the best friends I've been keeping the longest. She's also 20. She's been one of the best friends that I've kept the longest. We've been best friends since I was in the 3rd grade, and she was in 5th grade. We went to the same elementary, middle, and high school, so just so you know. Yeah, we've been best friends. And I'm gonna talk about this in another video, so be right back.